and welcome to Carly Talks Music. This is a weekly vlog where I just talk about something having to do with music, whether it's a song or something going on in the music industry, something in the news, whatever, something that's relating to music. Today I want to talk about how I'm starting to get worried that people aren't really listening to albums anymore and they're just listening to songs or singles, which I'm not saying that's a completely bad thing, but I'm just saying that if you claim to like an artist but you haven't heard any of their albums, like in full, then I'm gonna question if you actually really like them or not. Or yeah, so I'm gonna talk about why I think albums are so great as a whole and why people should be listening to them, as well as just singles and songs by themselves. The most important thing is that, at least the most important thing for me, is that you want to be able to listen to an album and have it take you on a journey. I found that my favorite artists are albums where I can listen to that have albums where I can listen to the thing straight through without stopping, without skipping a song, because you're able to just sit there for however long it is, 45 minutes to an hour maybe, of just the songs. And the artists put in effort into the order of the songs, and especially if it's your first listen and you decide that you want to shuffle the songs, I feel like you're not getting what the artist is trying to give you. That's kind of like if you were to play a symphony, but they had all of the movements in a different order. Like, you couldn't play the finale of a symphony first, because then it would seem final, right? But then it wouldn't be over and you would just be like, what? So that's what it's like to me, especially on a first listen. I'm able to, when I want to talk about my favorite artists, I want to be able to talk about their as much of their body of work that I can talk about, and not just, oh, that song on the radio, which also I don't listen to the radio except for NPR, so, But that's because I think songs sound different on the radio. But that's for another video. I feel like to know an artist is to know how they have progressed over their time, and to be able to know that this album is really not like this album, but they're the same artist and you like them both, and that's okay. And like I was saying, I like an album because it takes me on a journey. Whether that can be a happy journey, it can be a sad journey, it can go through both emotions, it can go wherever, to be quite honest. That's what's so great about music. So the first albums that really came to my mind when I was thinking up this video and writing things down is more or less all of the Muse albums. I guess that's why they're my favorite artist, because if I had nothing to do one day, I could just start from Showbiz and go all the way to the Second Law of all of the Muse albums. I just sit there and listen to them, and I wouldn't get sick of it, because I feel like their albums take you on a journey and they put you in places that, without hearing their music, that you wouldn't normally feel. Another one that I've more recently gotten into that some of you might be sick of me talking about by now is Fall Out Boy's newest album, Save Rock and Roll. And I think part of it is a nostalgia factor, the fact that I didn't know when they were going to be coming back around, and I was like, am I going to have to listen to From Under the Cork Tree and Infinity on High for the rest of my life? Which wouldn't be such a bad thing, but I was so happy that they came out with a new album, and I really enjoyed it, and I liked how no song sounds the same, and there's no song I want to skip over, and yeah, I can just sit and listen to that album over and over again, because it takes you on a 45-minute journey every time. Another one is Born to Die by Lana Del Rey. That whole album is just so much. I feel like it especially relates to women, because she doesn't stick to what the classic way that people think about women. Or if you haven't watched my video about Lana Del Rey's album Born to Die, put a link about right here so that you can click on it and watch it if you want to. Another album is The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance, which is now even more of a journey because they are no longer a band, which is sad to me. But, you know, they gotta do what they gotta do. So, but this album, it's like, if you're in an angry, sad state, and then at the very end, the last song is Famous Last Words. Oh, last song, Famous Last Words. And that's also a song that kind of gets you up and empowered and makes you want to keep going. I think I actually did a video on that song too. Yep, link is going to be right here. Right about there. Also, an artist that I haven't talked about lately, but was one that I grew up with, is Relient K. And I saw them live at least 5 times. They were like my band in high school, and so their albums still are ones that take me on a journey. It's more of a nostalgic journey because I'm not the same person I was when I was in high school, but if I want to get into a nostalgic mindset where I'm not worried about like finding a job or, you know, the things of being an adult, then I can go back and listen to those, and it gives me more of a nostalgic feeling. Especially their album, It's literally called MMHMM. Yeah. And while they are a Christian rock band, and some of their songs do have Christian messages and undertones, not all of them do. So even if you are not Christian, like me, who is not Christian, I'm not anything really, you can still relate to the album without being Christian. This is the last one, I promise, that really does this for me and takes you on a journey. The great musical journey that I've been talking about is Clarity by Zedd, which is getting a lot more playtime and stuff in terms of, he was on Jimmy Fallon the other night. The song Clarity has been on the radio for a really long time. Really long time. I don't know. The album went gold in the US a while ago, like a month or 2 ago, I think, and it was the album that I really listened to a lot my senior year of college. And for those of you that know, senior year of college is really nerve-wracking, especially when what you thought you wanted to do is maybe not what you want to do now. And listening to the album Clarity, just, I guess because I had just started getting into electronic music, that was the album that really did it for me in terms of listening to more electronic music and going to shows and knowing more about the DJs and what it means to be an electronic artist. But it's also what I would sit and, you know, rock out to or dance to whenever I was feeling frustrated, or whenever I was driving around in my car at the beginning of senior year. So it's just one that I remember, and there's not a song I want to skip over on that album. So now I want to know what albums do that for you. You know, leave a comment in the info box below, or you can message me on YouTube if you want to. I want to know what albums do that for you, because it'll open my horizons, and I mean, I'm always into listening to new music, so please let me know, and hopefully some of what I talked about you guys can go listen to if it sounded like anything you would like. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys leave me some comments so I can see what kind of albums you guys are into, and maybe something that I should listen to that I haven't listened to before. Yeah, so please just let me know. Thanks again for watching.